WanderingWinder with more Dominion. Let's look at the kingdom. Let's be done looking at the kingdom. Okay, so we have a village and farming village. We can draw with council room. We can do scrap for stuff. I think that's what we want to do. We probably want to thin with chapel, probably, because getting rid of the coppers otherwise is annoying. You may do some grave robber stuff. Do I like scrap? I think I do like scrap. Chapel. There's also the potential to go with a transmogrify at some point, and we'll have to watch for when we want to take the defiled shrine stuff. Chapel being around makes it more enticing to some extent. How much money do you have left here? You had 3 money left. Okay. Do I want 4 points this badly? I mean, I'm honestly thinking about it, despite it usually being so bad because I have the chapel, but I think 4 is not quite enough. My scrap misses the shuffle. That's pretty bad. Probably going to buy a silver here. I could think about taking the shrine now. I think missing out on the silver is too bad. Wow, this is really bad. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is go silver, buy money, buy a farming village and take these points. And then I should be back to being clean next turn, so it should be okay. Um, we're just going to be grabbing treasures and farming village council room and probably some grave robber action, right? Which is going to make us want to get a lot of farming villages. Probably don't want too much in terms of council rooms. Might be able to get away with just one. I wonder if I'm supposed to take... I don't think so. I was going to say I wonder if I'm supposed to take something. Um, if I scrap the silver and take cards, silver horse, I'll draw the chapel. I can trash everything. I can take the horse, I can turn into a changeling. I want the silver. Changeling that. We'll trash all this stuff. Summoning farming village. Okay. Interesting. So if I just scrap the chapel, I guess I gotta look at some options here. My main options, I think, are scrap the chapel, play farming village, scrap the chapel. If I play farming village and then scrap the chapel, I'm gonna take money, silver. I'm gonna have 3 money. I can buy a silver. I will have 3 silvers then. I can changeling into a farming village. Okay. If I scrap the chapel, I need to take action, and I can take a silver, and I don't think it ends up mattering too much. I think that's a little bit better though. Action, silver. Now I can take a farming village and changeling for another farming village. And I'm going to end up scrapping one of these here, but that's fine. The main point is that it costs 4, so when I scrap it this turn I get an extra benefit. This gains a card from 3 to 6, so there are plenty of cards for it to gain. I think I'm going to buy a grave robber this turn. I don't actually need the draw. Hold on, I want to play a farming village first. Okay, now we go silver, horse, coin, and buy. Maybe wasn't supposed to do this in this order. Okay. Yeah, I probably wasn't. I'm not going to worry about it too much, though. Mostly still think I want a grave robber. Guess I'm going to take a guardian now also, which I mostly just going to trash later, but that's fine. I am going to want to pick up a council room now-ish. I think I was ahead earlier and I maybe haven't played it the best. Okay. We do have to worry a little bit about piles also. They can go pretty quick here. Card, horse. I'm actually going to keep this as a horse, I think. I was supposed to take a buy here. Shoot. Oh well. Let's put the farming village on top of the deck. I can changeling for a grave robber here. I probably want the farming village more. Do I need a council room at all? Maybe I can get away with not having one. We're gonna wait for a moment anyway. Draw me a card, please. Yeah, you have 2 council rooms, which seems too many. You grave robbered a farming village into a grave robber. Okay. Sure. Okay, so you're really running changelings here. You've gotten a whole bunch of buys. But I don't think, well, you're pretty sure you can't end and win because, okay, you're doing this. Well, you have plenty of draws and such, but so this is getting you lots of gains. You still didn't take another curse. Interesting. Okay. Pretty sure this is also. Okay, so now I want to scrap the grave robber. I guess I don't need this turn a council room. Let's check and make sure we don't have a win here. We can scrap the grave robber. To get 2 changelings and a buy. And grave robber something back, getting another would be the grave robber back, I guess. So we scrap the grave robber. That gives us a couple changelings. No, we grave robber something into grave robber. We draw. We grave robber. We scrap something. That gives us 2 changelings. We need to be able to draw those. Turn this into a grave robber, and then I stick the other one back on top of my deck. I stick it back on this case. This into grave robber. Then I put the horse on top of my deck. I draw that with the farming village. I draw 2 things. I need more draw than that. Okay. So horse into grave robber, horse on top of deck. Draw. Scrap grave robber. Horse into grave robber. Horse on top of deck. Draw horse. Horse into 2 things. Scrap grave robber. No. So let's take if we take a farming village back. Farming village into grave robber. Scrap. Card, horse, coin, buy, action. I don't want to gain the silver. Oh wait, no. I need to take at least one changeling here. Maybe exactly one changeling here. So if this turns into a changeling, can now gain a changeling, draw two. Yeah. So we're just going to gain something from the trash. So we can turn it into a changeling. I don't know if this was deterministic, but it worked. Oh, wait, what? Oh, shoot, I didn't realize that this would leave the farming villages. Oh, no. This was dumb. This was bad. I was just supposed to take like a silver. Oh. Well, shoot. I don't know if I lose now, but I might. That was dumb. I wasn't thinking about the exchanging putting the farming village back, but it's obviously purely my fault. I don't know that you can win right now. So your hand is 2 golds. I have 2 silvers, right? Yeah. So you don't have any silvers. You don't have any changelings. You have a council room. You have a scrap. I mean, you can get a couple provinces here, I think. You're going to put that on top of your deck? No, you're taking another province. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. This is only 7 money. Your remaining 2 cards are not changelings. I don't know what they are. A counting house. Okay, interesting. Now we want to put a council room from the trash on top of our deck. Okay, so what's the last card here? It's got to be a village, I think. Okay, I'm not going to mess it up this time. Score this. We'll buy this. Take another curse for fun. And we'll get a grave robber and a farming village. Yeah, I should know the rules better than this, obviously. So if the previous turn, if I would have just taken a silver and then exchanged that, maybe I think I can exchange it actually a changeling as well. Yeah, I might need to switch my autoplay for that, but like I could gain a changeling from the trash. The point is I need to take one. No, the changeling wouldn't work because that would also go back to the supply. I need to take a silver from the trash and then exchange that for a changeling. When I do that, the silver I've exchanged goes back into the supply, which is fine because that's not a pile I need to be emptied. Then I can exchange the two changelings for the grave robber and win that turn. But the way I did it, I took a farming village, and then when that went back to the supply, it doesn't work anymore because it's not an empty pile for me anymore. Fortunately, it didn't uh, seal my doom here, and I'm also wonder if on that turn, because I was a little bit lazy and didn't calculate well enough, if the draws had gone differently, I think I might have been in not great shape. Although I guess the output of my opponent's deck was such that maybe it didn't matter because I was going to have enough points. I'm not sure about that. Really skeptical of these Guardians, but I think the biggest difference in this game was that my opponent went for these golds, when really the main payload here I think has to be grave robber things. I think that's a lot more efficient, particularly with scrap, but even without it, maybe. There's also some possibility to think about vineyard stuff, but I don't exactly believe in it. They also went very aggressively into the changelings, and I'm not sure whether that was good or not. It seemed like they were churning a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, did they end up with that much that was useful? Also, potentially, they got too much draw, right? I ended up never getting a council room, even though I was thinking I would. Just like I was able to draw my deck without it, partially because of my opponent's council room, but particularly the second one from them, right? They're so thin that the council rooms aren't really doing that much. And then because you're so thin and able to draw so well, I actually do kind of like taking the shrine points when I did. Anyway, lots of little things in that game. I obviously messed up the ending pretty badly, but it ended up working out for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again later.